This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAIA Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weight. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
the Jason Walker Show.
Happy Monday. Welcome. Jason Walker Show. We are presented by Capital Collision Center. Montana state law says it's your vehicle. It is your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center. Coming up today, we're going to talk tennis. Nicole Reby, Helena High tennis coach, will join us to preview the Bengals. And we're also going to chat with Wes Keller, who just picked up an award, which we'll talk about here in a second. We'll look back on the season that was for the Rocky Mountain College Battling Bears. The best season ever for the Battling Bears. You can watch the show on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You can listen on Podbean, Network One Sports, TreasureStateRadio.com, and more. Our Twitter handle at JWalkerSports. Our email, Jason at JasonWalkerShow.com, and our phone number, 406-209-1267. Also, your Auto Contest Performance of the Week nominees. Get yours in if you so choose. The opening segment is brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes, the premier log home company in the industry with three distinct divisions, so you can be at the log home of your dreams and your budget. The milled log packages. You also have handcrafted and timber frame packages. And you can check them out at yourcustomlog.com. So Wes Keller today, the head coach of Rocky, who we'll talk with a little bit later on in the show, named the Wbca NAIA National Coach of the Year, was announced today. Keller receives the Pat Summitt Trophy. Of course, the legendary University of Tennessee coach. And it's pretty cool. One of the greatest turnarounds in college basketball. And not just the last 2 years, but like forever. Rocky was 1-11 a year ago and went 29-5 this year and played in the Final 8 out in Sioux City, Iowa. India Fly, WBCA All-America as well. She had a triple-double in the round of 32 win against Dakota State. So congratulations to Coach Keller and India Fly. And it's pretty cool. Pretty cool deal for sure. Trying to figure out the rest of the All-America team. And here it is. No, that's not it. Let's see here. How about this one? Down at the NAIA level. And we'll get that for you. Because they're having trouble loading up right now. All right, so we'll talk about that in a second. Also wanted to chat about, so the Highline Invitational is this week up in Haber. Starts Thursday. It's a great tournament. Great tournament. And they released the rosters today. These are the girls in AA. Skyview's Cammie Harris, West Taylor Sharik, and Layla Bauman. Also Skyview's Brianna Williams. Big Sky's Cadence Couture. Hellgate's Kiki Davis. CMR's Shayna Gardapi. Avery Walker from Gallatin. And Hellgate's Bailey Saylor. In Class B, Taya Trottier from Harlem. Brenna Wolf from Jefferson. Paige Loffing of Huntley. Braden Gunlock of Big Fork. Allison Coons from Malta. Anaconda's McKenna Patrick. Bailey Finn of Big Timber. Rachel Van Blericum of Jefferson. Emily Cooley of Big Timber. And Kansas his bad horse from Colstrip, the state champs. In Class A, now I just got a chance to see a lot of these girls in Class A. Lockwood's Taylor Harris, Ava Bellich from Christian, Manhattan. Havard teammates Jade Wendland, Avery Carlson, and Yelena Miller. Mecca Bullchild of Browning, so good. I still want her jersey. She wore number 10, and I want the away jersey because it was awesome. Elise Abbey of Laurel, Hamilton's Lainey Kearns, who's a superstar, and Sadie Smith of Frenchtown. In Class C, Seiko Whitewater Hinsdale's J.C. Erickson and Tegan Erickson. Westbury Grenora's Elizabeth Field. Liv Wingeren of Plentywood. Lindsay Paulson of Belt. Melstone's Drea Wacker. Box Elders Kyla Momberg. Roy Winifred's Maddie and Isabel Hegum. And Riley Glico of Belt. That's just the girls. On the boys' side, let's start in AA, where you've got Peyton Sanders of Skyview, Eli Hunter from Gallatin, so good. And Eli Hunter is it Coach Mowat up at Northern, his nephew, I believe? Ty Hughes of Bozeman, Trent Rogers of Bozeman, Braden Cook of Capital, Lane Love from Skyview, Hayden Opitz of Capital, Rogan Barnwell of CMR, Jackson Basie from Bozeman, Reed Harris from Great Falls High, and Gabe Hatler from Billings West. Class B, Joe DeMontany from Rocky Boy, Finn Tesoro from Three Forks, Gavin Bates, Eureka, Colby Martinez from Columbus, Owen Long from Three Forks, Connor Tuss, Malta, Harlem's RJ Ramon, Ty Moccasin of Lodgegrass, Caleb Cole from Harlem and Fairfield's Caleb Flores. Class A, just saw a bunch of these guys too. Park County's Braden Kokett, Livingston. Glendive's Riley Basta, absolute stud. Beaverhead's John Kirkley, a stud. Butte Central's Dougie Peoples, a stud, and hit that game winner, remember. Lewistown's Bryce Graham and Fisher Brown, studs. Billings Central's Caden Merchant, stud. Glendive's Michael Murphy, solid, stud. Polson's Colton Graham and Lewistown's Royce Robinson, both of those guys are studs. And then Class C, Seth Amonrud, Manhattan Christian, Colden Hubbersland from Luster Christian, Belts Bridger Vogel, Kate Erickson of Broadview Lavina, Dylan G. of Broadus, Bryce Grebe Melstone, Freud Medicine Lakes, Javon Nesbitt, Walker Dolman from Winnett-Grass Range, Mason Detham from Freud Medicine Lake, great quarterback too, and Oscar Pulse from Chinook. So if you get a chance to go to Havard this weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, that's some great basketball. And, man, congratulations to those guys. That's pretty cool. And gals. Coming up later this week, we're going to talk to Capital tennis coach Ryan Swenson, Alex Eshelman for That's What She Said. Jim Kelly's going to join us on Thursday. Jim Kelly played for the Bobcats in the mid to late 50s, and he's going to talk about the transition moving from Romney Gymnasium to the Brick Green Fieldhouse. Remember last week we talked with Paul Wiley about the Golden Bobcats that played at Romney. So a lot of great response on that interview too, so appreciate that. Let's see, Auto Concepts Performance of the Week nominees. Man, there's some good ones. There's some real good ones. India Fly. You could go with Sage Newman, who won the Houston Open, a rodeo. Rodeo Houston, the Melstone rookie who was in, he's in his second year of the pro rodeo now, but made the NFR in his rookie year last year. Let's see here. Montana tennis team. Helena Bighorns heading off to Nationals, St. Louis this week. Let's see here. Some good ones. If you got any you want to get nominated, you can at Jay Walker Sports on the Twitter. You can call or text as well, 406-209-1267. How's everybody's brackets doing? Oh, my. So I'm going to owe Alex Eshelman lunch because my Kentucky Wildcats falling to St. Peter's Peacocks in the first round. I had them winning it all over Arizona. So I got to buy her lunch. And, man, Baylor out. It's just some the year of upsets, which is always great. I love the upsets in the NCAA, but it messes with your bracket. But how about the Peacocks heading off to the Sweet 16? Man. On the women's side, Stanford rolled MSU. Texas Tech on the men's side rolled Montana State as well on Friday. And it was a good season for the Bobcats. There's actually 406mtsports.com has a great article up about all the successes in all the sports at MSU in this last year. And it started really in June last year with the national champions, Montana State women, and Paige Rasmussen, the all-around. So, good stuff. Good stuff. Roger Cooper taking over at safeties at the University of Montana. Saw that today. The former Bobcat All-American. He's been at Idaho State as Rob Fennessy's coach the last couple of years. He's also there with Mike Kramer. Fennessy, of course, just came up to Montana as well. I mean, Bobby Houck is amassing quite the all-star lineup just in the coaching staff. Should be a good year for Grizz football, Cat football as well. But we got a long way to go till that happens. But it's going to be here before we know it, right? So, goodness. Hope you had a great weekend. Got in a little golf on Friday for the first time outside in Montana. And had some good times. And found out that my little one loves to put together puzzles. We put so many puzzles together over the last few days. And she's really good at it. She'll be 4 in May, but she's really good at doing puzzles. And she can solve them before I can. I don't know what that says. Says her mom's pretty smart, really. So there you go. Oh, we got our auto contest performance of the week coming up. Wes Keller will join us, but when we return here on the Jason Walker Show, we're going to check in with tennis at Helena High. Nicole Reby taking over for Lance Boucher after he resigned and retired last year. And she's got a pretty good girls team coming back. We'll talk to her about that. Who on the boys' side should we look out for? She'll answer that question and more on the way. Jason Walker Show opening segment brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes. Veteran-owned, woman-owned, family-owned and operated. And they have over 15 different offerings under their milled log homes. You go to see the floor plans, anywhere from 700 feet or square feet to however big you want. And check it out at yourcustomlog.com. They will build a home that's crafted to last for generations. And not just homes. You want to see some of the other stuff that they've done? Check this out. They were in the Bahamas. Right? Yeah. Check this out. Let's go to, let's stop that. Now let's go to this, and now let's go to this, and then let's do this. So they went to the Caribbean, went to the Bahamas, and built a nonagon structure, 2-tiered roof spanning 60 feet in diameter and built to withstand 180-mile-per-hour hurricane winds. It's Captain Jack's Wing House on Coco Cay in the Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines. And within the first year, it withstood a hurricane. And within a month, actually, of being assembled there. So check them out, yourcustomlog.com. Nicole Reby will join us when we return. Jason Walker Show is presented by Capital Collision Center. Montana State Law says it's your vehicle. It is your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center. I took mine there almost 2 years ago. Got T-boned on July the 3rd of 2020. And within a few weeks, I had my truck back. It looked brand new. And it's amazing. I thought it was going to get totaled. But what they did to repair it, it looked like I just drove it off the lot when it was brand new. So check out Capital Collision Center in Montana. And when we return, Nicole Reby joins us next. Hang on.
New vehicles keep coming, and Capital Collision Center keeps earning certifications to repair them. They're Helena's newest GM-certified facility. No matter the make or year, they repair your car to manufacturer's standards and requirements, maintaining its safety and value. Montana State Law says it's your vehicle, and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center, certified in GM, Subaru, and Nissan, and Helena's only shop certified in Honda, Acura, and Ford. When you value safety, go to Capital Collision Center on Euclid.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Father's Day is coming fast, and what more would that great dad in your life want than a full detail from Auto Concepts? Or maybe he would just prefer a lift kit. It's also camping season, and now is the perfect time to outfit that rig with a winch just in case. Auto Concepts is your home for everything for your vehicle, including updating your car stereo system too. Auto Concepts also has gift certificates for dad or yourself. Visit AutoConceptsHelena.com. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals. Everyone knows about Dinners Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinners Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients, along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinners Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
This is the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back on a Monday, Jason Walker Show. Auto Concepts Performance of the Week coming up. Wes Keller will join us as well. On this day in history, the walk-off, so much more still to come. This segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. Well, we just wrapped up basketball season. A little over a week ago. And wrestling and swimming. And now it is time to turn our attention to the spring sports. We got golf at some levels, tennis, track and field, baseball, softball. Oh, it's going to be a fun spring. And joining us now to talk about her first season as the head coach at Helena High Tennis is Nicole Reby. And she joins us now here on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. All right, Coach, it's your first interview since you got named to the position of tennis coach at Helena High. How are your nerves as you head into the first matches of the season?
You know, there's not really any nerves involved. This is my 11th year at Helena High, and so it's just a matter of making sure, really, that all the required paperwork that the players need to have on file is actually on file. That's probably been the biggest challenge so far. So, no, I'm just excited for the kids to get a chance to get some practices in and really looking forward to them having the opportunity to compete.
As you look into the season and you look back to last year, how many kids do you have returning and how many came out?
Right. So we lost to graduation. We graduated nine boys from our varsity last year, which means we have 9 slots to fill and only 3 returners from varsity. So the great news is we have enough boys that turned out, so we'll be able to field a varsity team. And then overall, we had about 50 players turn out. So just a lot of interest, which is great to see, especially everyone kind of starting to resettle in after, seasons got canceled a couple of years ago due to COVID.
As you get ready, and obviously, is 50 kids coming out? Is that one of the best in recent memories?
Actually, it's getting back up there. We actually had closer to about 70 to 80 kids, probably about 5-6 years ago. So that was probably our biggest one that we had.
Talking with Helena High tennis coach Nicole Reby here on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. All right, who's coming back on the girls' side?
On the girls' side, we have quite a few strong players. We have 3 of our 4 returning singles players coming back, and 3 of our 4 doubles teams coming back. So we do have quite a bit of experience there.
And then how you have 3 on the boys' side. Good, or need some work?
Well, I mean, we've got 3 very solid returners, and then on the boys' side, and then we also have some kids who are literally picking up the racket for the very first time. So it's been fun working with these boys, especially to kind of get them better acquainted to the game and give them a better idea of the strategy involved. And you can see it's starting to click for a lot of these guys. They're just excited to be out hanging with their friends, and that's what we had done. We had challenged the 3 returning boys to recruit some buddies to come with you to practice and have some fun. So they stepped up to that challenge, and so it's fun to just see them be able to have their friends there and work with them and kind of help instruct them and help them even fine-tune their friends' games.
When you look at the boys individually, who's going to stand out in your mind before the first match is Friday? Or next week, I guess.
Yeah, for boys singles, for sure, Will Johnson. He's a returning singles player from last year that competed very, very well, went far in divisionals, and so I think he has some great opportunities for this year. And then probably for our first match coming up for doubles, we'll have Eric Callery and Carson Stefaniak partner up and just see what they can end up doing. Carson played doubles last year. Eric played singles last year, but they really want to try doubles together and see how it works.
When you transition from singles to doubles, how tough is that?
Some players play both ways, both singles and doubles quite often. I was a singles player, and the first time I played singles, I was terrified, and I'm still terrified to play singles. But a lot of these people really do make the transition very, very easily. There's a little bit of some strategy that changes a lot of times in singles points. Sometimes the rallies kind of wear your opponent down and give you the advantage the longer a point goes on. For doubles, a lot of times it's who can get the point over the soonest. So really, it's not too hard for these kids to be transitioning back and forth. That seems to be fairly common.
And then moving over to the girls' side, you mentioned a lot of good returnees that had good seasons last year. Give me some names.
For sure, Kale Kajala. She was a finalist up at state. She actually placed 6th up at state last year as a freshman. So she's got a lot of opportunity in front of her. And then we've also got some seniors. Ava Santos. She was half of the doubles team that placed 2nd last year, and so she's teaming up with another doubles partner this year, and they're really looking to get after it and make some noise in the conference this year.
Is Ava related to Pilar?
She is, younger sister.
Okay. She was pretty good.
Yeah, just a little bit, yes.
Who might surprise us on the girl side this year?
Oh, wow. It's going to be tough. We've actually got a couple of players. We've got a freshman who might actually be competing for a varsity spot. We've got also some players from our JV program that have put in a lot of hard work the last couple of years and are really looking to shine this year. So, there's a few names out there that you just never know in tennis. It's any day you step out on the court, you just never know.
Helena High tennis coach Nicole Reby, our guest here, Jason Walker Show. How do you see the Western AA shaping up? Let's start there.
Western AA, Missoula Hellgate boys have been very strong and very dominant for some time. And Glacier consistently up there in Kalispell, they consistently field some strong girls and boys teams. They were very young in their girls team last year, but they've got a lot of experience and a lot of returners. So they could be a very tough girls team this year as well.
What about the Eastern AA?
Eastern AA,
I mean, Bozeman's probably going to be good, right?
Yeah, I mean, you've always got Bozeman, and there's a lot of players from Bozeman down there in Glacier, actually, that, were making strides last year. And so I'm interested to see how some of these players have, done during the summer and how they're coming back. So usually the Bozeman schools, have been very, very tough. We unfortunately just do not see much of the Billings schools, so I really don't have a clue what to expect from down there this year.
They usually have a few good ones at all three down there too. So it's there's a lot of tennis talent across the state.
Very definitely, yes. It's very spread out, but there's always some great players hiding in just about every community.
I'll get you next week to ask us more specifically about the Flathead and Glacier match, or the Glacier match next week, which you open up with. But we all know other sports, football, basketball, soccer, they all watch a ton of film as coaches. How much film do you watch with your kids as far as strategizing against a certain opponent or a certain team?
So, there's not a whole lot of AA film out there per se on tennis. So what we really try and focus on is just watching a lot of like NCAA video highlights from tournaments, also the pro highlights, especially for doubles, because that is a drastically different league than the way high school doubles is played. But there is strategy, and really looking at those highlights to really focus in on what some of those doubles techniques are and strategies, depending even on how your opponent's playing you and how you can counter those. So that's really what we look at, is pulling those highlights from college and professional.
Well, and plus you get to, watch, really good tennis at the professional level. So that.
Sorry, what was that?
Half of that? You get to watch really good tennis at that professional level and watch some of your favorite players.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the tough part of the job right there. It's like, I should probably watch the Indian Wells tennis tournament this week and highlight to the players, here's some great ways to attack some singles points. So it's a tough job.
When you're coaching tennis, I mean, there's plays in other sports, like I mentioned. There's set plays. There's whatever. How do you approach a tennis match as an individual? Because you're just hitting the ball to someone else and hoping that they miss it.
Well, and that's what it seems like a lot of. But so much of your game actually really starts with your serve. There's, very strong service players. If you recall Pete Sampras, I mean, he was a very strong server who serve and volley was his bread and butter. So if you're a singles player and you've got that serve and you've got that height and that reach, then that's how you're going to tailor your game. For doubles, you can very much, again, set it up based on the serve. Points that, you can actually set up points based off of your service return. Really working on service return, which is a very, very underutilized part of our game, I believe, and probably not really practice as much as it needs to be. But there's plenty of point opportunities even based on service return games. So there's a lot more to it than just actually going and hoping your opponent makes the first mistake.
Couple real final quick questions for you. I know you got to run, but you look at your team, your players, and do you pick which ones would be good serve and volleyers, or more of the, stay on the baseline? How do you coach that?
Sure. So you kind of look at so many of these players are so athletic and they play other sports. So you really just kind of look at that and decide, who really can have that big booming serve. And it's not always the tallest players that are going to have the big booming serve. Sometimes you can have, you're slightly shorter players like myself who, even though we're vertically challenged, we can still place the ball very well and, work with our teammate to set points up. So it's just a matter of really looking at their playing style and what is going to actually benefit them the most based on their playing style.
Gotcha. Hey, good luck this season. I look forward to chatting every week with you about your team and the progress. Have fun. Is today the first day of practice?
Actually, that was last week, so we're into week 2.
All right. Well, it's windy, so you got to adjust to the wind today.
Well, we do, and it's great because, we have to go up to Great Falls on April 2nd, so this will just give us some more practice time for how to play up there.
There you go. Hey, good luck this season, Coach, and thanks for joining us.
All right. Sounds great, Jason. Thank you.
That is Nicole Reby joining us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. It is not just a bundle. It is your home. It is your life. It is your auto, and Mike understands that. Get a hold of Mike Miller State Farm in Helena today. So it should be a fun year. The Bengals with some real good girls, it sounds like. We'll talk to our Capital coach, Ryan Swenson, coming up on Wednesday here on the show. Also, Alex Eshelman will join us for That's What She Said. Let's see. NAIA tournament still going on. Carroll lost Thursday. Rocky won Thursday, then lost Friday. We'll talk to Wes Keller coming up here in a little bit. Let's see. The last 4, the Fab 4, they call it, the NAIA on the women's side. Dort, Iowa, and Southeastern. That game is underway right now. And then Central Methodist, Missouri, and Thomas More, Kentucky, which knocked out Rocky, playing for a spot later on tonight to go to the NAIA National Championship game tomorrow. On the men's side, no Montana teams made it to Kansas City, which is tough because that's such a great place to go and watch some hoops. Let's see here. Who's remaining? The Fab 4, Arizona Christian, Loyola, Louisiana tonight, and then Talladega, Alabama takes on Thomas More, Kentucky. So Thomas More could go men and women with champions tomorrow if they both win tonight and tomorrow. So that's your NAIA update. Of course, the Cats knocked out men and women on Friday. And a great story about Waded Cruzado, the president of MSU, and also Leon Costello, the athletics director, flying from San Diego, where the men had lost Friday morning, to get up to Stanford and Palo Alto, California, to watch the girls play that night. And great band representation. It was fun. The score didn't indicate it, but I know everybody had fun. And a great moment. Tara Vanderveer and Cola Badbear. I'm not sure if you saw it on social media or not, but Tara Vanderveer knows a lot about Native American basketball in the state of Montana. She gives clinics on the Flathead at times. And, man, what she's, just the moment with her talking to Cola Badbear. And Cola's back next year for Tricia Binford. And Cola's fantastic and a great young lady. So there you go. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. And when we return, we're going to check in with Wes Keller, the newly crowned Wbca Coach of the Year. And we'll find out what that means. What's it mean to have his name now synonymous with Pat Summitt? Because it's the Pat Summitt Trophy. So what does that mean to him? And coming off last year, this season, an unbelievable turnaround for Wes Keller and the Rocky girls. So we'll talk to Coach Keller when we return. This segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture. 1010 Dearborn, Helena. Wes Keller when we return. Hang on.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
New vehicles keep coming, and Capital Collision Center keeps earning certifications to repair them. They're Helena's newest GM certified facility. No matter the make or year, they repair your car to manufacturer's standards and requirements, maintaining its safety and value. Montana state law says it's your vehicle and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center, certified in GM, Subaru, and Nissan, and Helena's only shop certified in Honda, Acura, and Ford. When you value safety, go to Capital Collision Center on Euclid.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Father's Day is coming fast, and what more would that great dad in your life want than a full detail from Auto Concepts? Or maybe he would just prefer a lift kit. It's also camping season, and now is the perfect time to outfit that rig with a winch just in case. Auto Concepts is your home for everything for your vehicle, including updating your car stereo system too. Auto Concepts also has gift certificates for dad or yourself. Visit AutoConceptsHelena.com. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back, Jason Walker Show on a Monday. I hope you had a great weekend. Should be great weather all week. Might have a little rain on Thursday, but it's going to be fun. Fun. We're finally getting to the point where we can start doing stuff outside. Now, as long as the wind would die down, I was actually talking to the superintendent of, well, he does everything at Green Meadow today, Derek Hofer. And hopefully he's going to have the range open Friday, it sounds like, for all you members. But he's like, man, this wind just blows. Because it sucks too, but it blows. Just got confirmation tomorrow. Luke Denherder will be on the show tomorrow. He'll give us an update on his latest cancer battle. There's also a silent auction tomorrow, and Luke will stop by the studios to chat about that. Looking forward to seeing Luke and getting the update. I don't know if there's a stronger dude out there than Luke Denherder. Although it might be little Troy Ross. Saw today, Troy, we all know his story, but that rare blood disease. But it looks like everything's good. As long as he doesn't go into remission, everything is crystal clear right now for little Troy Ross. So that's fantastic news for the Ross family and all of us that have become friends with that family. So looking forward to seeing little Troy soon. We went swimming with him and the Ross family, a couple months ago. And little Kennedy, his older sister, she's a sweetheart. She took care of the little one in the pool the whole time. But Troy he's an animal. he started baseball this over the weekend. So his dad, Wes, had him out and about, gave him a pretty good workout. So Troy was tired. I talked to him on Saturday afternoon. He was a little tired, but great kid, great family. Speaking of great kid from a great family, Wes Keller the Rocky Mountain College women's coach. We all know the turmoil he went through a year ago, unfounded and uncalled for, and his team went 1-11. He had 6 players refuse to play because he got basically suspended, and 5 of those 6 came back this year. The other, Izzy Spruitt, graduated, moved on, but Chloe Thatcher led the way, and the junior from Butte, but helped out by India Fly, a WBCA All-America, and it was a great season. 29-5 this year for the Battling Bears. And joining us now to talk about the run out at Sioux City that ended a couple of games too soon is the head coach of the Battling Bears, Wes Keller, joining us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. All right, Coach, we talked last week. When you got to Sioux City, take me through your experience before the games.
Yeah, the Wayland Baptist game obviously turned out in our favor, and we defended extremely well, and it was a great experience. It was a different experience from, what we experienced here when Billings hosted, but overall a great experience. We were able to get that first win out there, and then turned our attention to a very quality Thomas More team, and I thought we had every opportunity to get that one done, and it just didn't happen for whatever reason.
Yeah, it was a tough ending to the season, though, for sure. And is it better to get blown out or end your season in a close loss?
Well, I think you know the answer. Sometimes I was talking with one of my assistants. I'm like, yeah, it would have been a lot easier when you get beat by 15 or 20, but that wasn't the case, and it stung and it hurts, and the kids that will be returning next season, they'll hopefully they remember what it's like when that horn went off, and we were on the wrong side of it to help motivate and push them to continue to improve.
The best season in Rocky women's history. Dryco's still has a national championship, but waiting on yours.
Well, I was fortunate enough to be on his staff when that took place, and Coach Woolley obviously got one done, and it's just it's incredible when you think about it, how hard it is to do that, and obviously we were close to advancing to the Final Four, and you got to definitely be good enough, but then you also have to have some luck on your side, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. It was a phenomenal experience. I had great coaches on staff, and then I just can't say enough about the young ladies in our program, how much they mean to me in our program, and in helping build for the future. So I'm just so proud of the kids, and I know I sound like I'm rambling here, but it's hard to put into words right now how special this group was.
We're talking with Wes Keller, the Rocky Mountain College women's coach, and today named the WBCA Coach of the Year. How's that feel?
Say that again, Jason. I couldn't.
I'm sorry. You got Coach of the Year now. You're the National Coach of the Year. What's that mean?
First and foremost, I mean, it wouldn't happen without the outstanding support staff that we have, and my assistant coaches, and the young ladies on our team that support me and support our staff, and just very thankful, humbled. I guess I'm just still kind of on everything's kind of a blur. I haven't had a ton of time just to sit back and reflect and whatnot. I will tell you this, I had a dream last night that we had to fix something in the offense for today's game, and then you wake up and you're like, oh, dang it. We don't have a game. But, I can't give enough credit to our coaching staff and our players, because, that award wouldn't be possible without them.
It's got Pat Summitt's name on it. It's the Pat Summitt Trophy, and she was a legend. What's it mean to you to have your name now attached with hers?
It definitely, as a coach, I'm sitting there questioning what I did, throughout every play in that game. And coaching is difficult at times. And I guess it kind of validates that, hey, yeah, you are doing things the right way and trying to do things the right way and getting better in your profession. So it definitely honored, not in my wildest dreams that I think that would happen, and it did. So, I'm just blessed and I'm blessed.
Wes Keller joining us, Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. What was the biggest difference in the 16-team tournament as opposed to the full 32?
I thought the overall, I definitely thought Billings did it definitely the right way when there were 32 teams there. There were some definite things that I was surprised that didn't happen. And obviously it's a nice arena venue to play in. But let's put it this way. I'd like to see it back in Billings. And I'd like to see it go back to 32, honestly.
Wow.
Whether you take the, however their metrics work out, you go back to 32 and the top 16 teams in the country, you're in off the 32 site, and then you play in playing games to get the other 32. I think that would be a great format.
Ooh, I like that. I'll give Jim Carr, the president of the NAIA, a call about that and make it happen.
Yeah, get that handled, would you?
No, a 32-team tournament. I mean, it was great in Billings, Kansas City, which you've been to with the men. I mean, it's the best tournament in the nation in any sport, I think.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And the experience, the pods were nice and everything, but definitely having 32, I just think that's the way to go, or move back to, if you will. So.
All right, so you got a heck of a team coming back next year. What are you looking for with recruiting? Because you got to fill India Fly's spot. I mean, this is you got to fill some big shoes there.
Yeah, we do. We're recruiting hard and working hard at it, and I think I almost have a point guard signed that going to be a very, very quality. I think she'll definitely be an all-conference kid when it's said and done. We're recruiting hard at the 4 spot. We've got to replace Shauna Riebe.
Yep.
And obviously India. I don't think you replace India, with one person. She was a phenomenal player. And I don't know if you saw that, but she was also named WBCA first team All-American.
Yep.
This year. That came out as well today. So kudos to her and everything that she's brought to our program and in our team.
So does her jersey get to hang now in Knoxville there? Is that where it's
Say that again, Jason. I'm having a hard time.
Does her jersey get to hang now in Knoxville for the year? Is that right?
I don't know. I've never had one before. I think you're correct with that.
Okay. Yeah, I know that there's been some from the conference. Put India Fly up against Brianna King one-on-one. Who wins that battle?
Well, you know who I'm going to say. I think it's hard to compare them. They're both phenomenal players. Bree King obviously won a national title, and Bree King could shoot it, I think, a little better from the 3-point line. I think India was definitely bigger, probably an overall more athletic. Mm-hmm. And then India she was a phenomenal rebounder for her size.
Okay. with India.
You could probably ask that same question to Coach Woolley.
Right?
So.
Well, let me ask you this: if you put India and you against Woolley and Brianna, who wins that 2-on-2 battle?
Oh, I'm going to light Coach Woolley up all day long. So he can't. Neither one of us would guard. So I guess it'd probably be whoever was on, because both of us would probably play 3-point line to 3-point line.
Yeah, at your guys' age, for sure. A couple final ones here. If you could take the 6 coaches in the Frontier in a game against any other conference, what conference would you choose? Like to play?
I could take the 6 coaches.
So you got to have.
We're going to play that. We're going to play. Oh, boy. I don't know. Some of these conferences had some pretty big guys in coaches. I don't know. I don't know that I can give you a clear-cut answer on that there.
Okay, so you got Mowat probably coming off the bench.
Yeah.
Who's the point guard? Probably Sayers?
Well, we probably have to give Rochelle the nod at the point guard.
Move you to the 2, and then Carly and Lindsay the 3-4?
Yeah,
okay.
And then Himmelberg, I know he doesn't like it. He was a shooter when he played, but he's going to have to, he'll be a pick in top 5.
You put him and Mowat together, it's a good high-low, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Early season or early prediction, way too early to pick this, but who wins the Frontier next year? Or how do you see the Frontier shaping up next year with everybody that's coming back and everybody that's lost?
Yeah, I think this year the landscape's going to look a lot different next year. I mean, you got a lot of super seniors, if you will.
Yeah.
Carroll College had, some phenomenal players. Providence had some, 2 phenomenal seniors there. So I think it's going to, there's definitely going to be some new talent in our league. I know Western has a lot back. Northern has a lot back, and then so does Montana Tech. So, depending on how all the recruiting shakes out here, I just look for it to be competitive again and from top to bottom where, any team can win on any given night, honestly.
Well, it's been a pleasure to follow you guys all season long, and thanks for all the interviews that you did, and good luck next year. And let's golf this year. I'll be down in June, so we should try to get out golfing.
You let me know when you're down, because I'll definitely take you up on that golf outing. So.
Sounds good. And when you get up here,
I appreciate you covering us and all that you do for the sports in Montana here.
Wes Keller joining us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. And, WBCA Coach of the Year, NAIA Coach of the Year. It's a pretty big honor. It's pretty cool. Auto Contest Performance of the Week time. There were some good ones. Clay Tryon, Team Roper with Jake Long winning Rodeo Houston. Sage Newman winning Rodeo Houston. And now sits on top the world standings in the PRCA. Those are a couple of real good nominees. Had some other ones too, but we got to go. We got to go into the swimming pool and give it to Hellgate High graduate and North Carolina State junior, Catherine Burkhoff. Won the national title in the 100-yard backstroke for the second straight year, and in the meantime, set a new American record in the event at 48.74 seconds. The first time ever that a woman has broken the 49-second barrier. And it's the first American record in NC State history. So that's pretty cool. So Catherine Berkoff is our Auto Concepts Performance of the Week for winning not only the national championship, but the way she did it. Wow. That's pretty darn impressive. And record fashion. Let's see what else. She was 7th in the 50 free and was also in 3rd place on the relay team for NC State in the 200-yard free. And it's her 4th national championship in her college career with the Wolfpack. going back-to-back in the 100 back, along with championships in the 400 medley relay and the 200 medley relay from last year. And also finished second in the 400-yard medley relay on her team. She's a 12-time All-American in college. I mean, it's just absolutely nuts. And she had a great NCAA championship. So Catherine Burkhoff, formerly of Hellgate, our Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. All right, let's do On This Day in History. It is March the 21st, second official day of spring. It is California Strawberry Day. It is Common Courtesy Day, National Countdown Day, National Fragrance Day, French Bread Day, Single Parents Day, and World Down Syndrome Day. On this date in 1953, there was an NBA record 106 fouls called, and 12 players fouled out in a game between Boston and Syracuse. 106 fouls. Must have been Big Sky officials officiating that. 1959, at the 21st NCAA Men's Basketball Championship, Cal beats West Virginia 71-70. And future West Virginia Hall of Famer Jerry West was named Most Outstanding Player. If you're a UCLA fan, today's a big day. 1964, at the 26th men's title, UCLA beats Duke 98-83, Bruins' first title in the first title game for them, and finished an unbeaten season at 30-0. And then 6 years later, in 1970, at the 32nd championship, UCLA beat Jacksonville 80-69, the fourth straight title of 10, right? Or 7 for John Wooden. 10 in a row. Wayne Gretzky, on this date, 1994, tied Gordie Howe's NHL record of 801 goals. And see some others. 1963, Alcatraz in San Francisco officially closed down. 1980 on this date. Do you remember where you were? March the 21st, 1980. Season finale, Dallas. The cliffhanger, heard around the world. The shot. Who shot JR? Who shot JR? It would end up being his wife's sister. 2006, on this date, the first ever tweet was sent out by Twitter founder Jack Dorsey. And 2019, this is crazy. I had to share this. In 2019, a woman in Bangladesh had 2 uteruses and gave birth to twins 26 days after giving birth to another child. Not triplets. 2 uteruses. Twins, and then 26 days before that, 1 child. Nuts. Absolutely crazy. All right, time for this.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
The walk-off presented by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky, and it's the best Cajun food this side of New Orleans. And we were in there Friday with the family, had dinner, and had 2 barbecue beef po' boys. They're good. The fried pickles. My daughter loves the beignets now because they're so covered with powdered sugar. She gets to eat them and make a mess. She loves it. Cafe Zydeco on Euclid in Helena. Unbelievable Cajun food. The pasta Zydeco. We talked about jambalaya, etouffee. Oh, you can get a barbecue shrimp po' boy. Just unbelievable. Let's see. What did we learn today? That Helena High tennis girls should be pretty good this year. Boys are going to be a work in progress. With Nicole Reby, we'll talk to Ryan Swenson, the Capital coach, coming up on Wednesday. Also learned today, Rocky Mountain College coach Wes Keller, the Wbca NAIA National Coach of the Year, and India Fly of the Battling Bears, a first-team All-America. Stephanie Soares of the Masters, by the way, named the NAIA Player of the Year. Saw her a couple years ago at Carroll College. I believe she was a freshman. But there were 2 Soareses that played for the Masters, both from Brazil, and both fantastic. But they were tall. Very, very tall. Of course, everybody's tall to me. But All right. Have yourself a great Monday. Great start to the week. Nicole Reby, Wes Keller, thank you. Tomorrow, Luke Denherter will be in the studio to chat about his latest battle with cancer. And there's a big silent auction coming up tomorrow. We'll talk about that as well. Looking forward to tomorrow. Hope you have a great Monday. We'll do it again. Go to jasonwalkershow.com if you missed anything. But we will see you back here at 4 tomorrow. We are presented by Capital Collision Center. Montana State Law says it's your vehicle. It is your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.